to spray your section of hair with water. Water helps your hair to be a little bit more elastic than it is while dry. It's really up to you how wet you want your hair to be when detangling, but as you can tell, I drench my hair. So you might be wondering why I use inexpensive conditioner. It is because I use a lot of it. And when I apply the conditioner to my hair, I make sure I rub it in well. The more I saturate my hair with it, the easier it is to detangle my hair. So step 4 is a little self-explanatory. I'm basically removing any clumps of hair that is in the section I am working in. Whenever I take my hair out of twist or braids, my hair tends to be in clumps because of the twist or braids. So I try to remove as much of those as possible, especially because they tend to hold lots and lots of shed hair. Alright, so moving on to step 5. In step 5, I'm combing through my hair with my fingers. At every resistant point, I pull my hair apart gently, making sure there are no knots and tangles that are pretty much stopping my fingers from going all the way through. I do this several times until I feel my hair is somewhat pretty much detangled. So in step 6, we have come across a knot. What I do to eliminate knots is I pull hair away from the knot, isolating the real issue. And once I've found the culprit, I pull strands away from it individually. And most of the time it's like little curly hairs that have, curled up on each other, but they're not really that threatening. In step 7, I comb through my hair with a wide tooth comb, starting from the bottom and working my way up. Because I have already finger detangled and separated clumps and removed knots, at this point my hair is a little bit easier to comb through, which is how I like it because I am tender-headed and the comb is not my friend most of the time. So at this point, we're pretty much almost done with our process, and now all you gotta do is run your fingers through your hair, girl, and if it goes through all the way, your section is thoroughly detangled. And last but not least, to keep that section as thoroughly detangled after all that work, twist the section up and clip it out of the way so that you can move on to the next section. So this is not really a step, but I wanted to briefly discuss my sectioning process with you guys. Normally when I wash my hair, I wash it in 6 sections. So when I'm preparing for detangling, I pretty much separate my hair in those 6 sections, and each of the sections I separate into smaller and smaller sections depending on how tangled my hair is. So that's why I clip those 2 twists together in the last step, in case you were wondering. Okay, so I normally get tons of questions about shed hair. This is how much hair I tend to shed in a month-long period. Since I keep my hair in braids or twists, it all comes out at once, and this is how much it normally is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye, YouTube.